The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first down is Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Here's Murray. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
12.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
43's the Mike.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait, Davey!
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
On the ready. Mike's 5-4. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 56. Night, sweetheart.
From the 44, Murray. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 16 yards, a first down. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the gun on third down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23.
First down, Arizona.
Let's go now. Mike, 60 outlaw. Right there, 56. Let's go, B. Big series right here.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Check, Mike.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
6.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 180!
You better be afraid of me. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. 3 for the...
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the Cardinals' 33-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Mike 43.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray now on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there. 56, pull it, Danny. Kill.
Here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Mike 35. Check pass.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Mike 35.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me 6.
A final shot before half from Murray. Able to find Isabella. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Pick up the ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
11.
Garoppolo now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Then his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Murray. Right side complete to Butler. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Cody Sensabaugh. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Let's go, D. Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing is Murray on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, check, check.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Logan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Garoppolo now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Murray now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 65, 65.
Murray with a 3rd and long. This will be caught inside the 10. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle the...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I got you. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
35's the Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie Gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Here we go,
a critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
54. Mike, 54. Don't get nervous.
On first down, it's Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Check back. Hey, Zoo. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike,
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
23 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, gun.
Mike's 43.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the screen.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Garoppolo will throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas, here we go.
Therapy after this. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 12. Oh,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're running it.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
12.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Cut.
Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from